Yes, sir. Different time. 12 p.m. We here. What is going on? I know it's strange to see me this early doing the podcast, but I had to do it today. Got a lot of things going on this afternoon, mainly my son's football game that will happen today. And I don't know exactly what time. I will be back later. So I went ahead and just took advantage of this time. I'm off work. So I decided to do it today, and I know this may inconvenience a few people, knowing that, of course, you are working, but hopefully maybe you will watch this a little bit later on this evening, if you can, or if you will. It's fine. Hey, regardless of the time, welcome to the Big Time Show podcast. Special time. I'm on Podbean Live. I'm on Facebook. I am on YouTube. I am on Twitter. I am also on Twitch right now. I did not do Instagram today. Please don't ask me why not. But I totally forgot. So, sorry, too late in the game now. It is what it is. So I'm here, looking combobulated right now, discombobulated. I'm sharing right now. Hope that you would do the same. In promotion of the show, I don't see who's on right now. I'm about to look in just a few seconds. May not be too many at all. That's one thing about the 12 o'clock. You know, most people are at work. They're not. Because usually I would be at work right now, but I'm off this week, so I get the chance to do it now. And hey, we're just gonna make it happen for whoever is here. We got something to talk about today, and I'm gonna get to it as quick as I can. I'm still sharing, so forgive me. Y'all still on the cloud nine? That's what I need to know. Are you still fired up? Are you still happy about the beatdown that took place on Sunday? Here I go. Let me see who's here so I can speak to everybody in the house. Jerome. Oh my, from the Let's Talk Football podcast. My brother right here in my hometown of Memphis, Tennessee. We both here together, and Jerome has been on this show. Jerome, you ain't invited me on your show. You know I'm a bad boy. I don't know what your problem. Huh? We done known each other a long time, Jerome. I don't get it. I'm just kidding. My guy Jerome here. Joe from Italy. Joe, what time is it in Italy right now? Let me know that now, because I think I got you at a pretty good time. Greetings from Atlanta. Michael. What's up, Mike? Atlanta, Georgia now. My brother E. Cush is here from Tennessee. Oh, Jerome said he's working on the Zoom setup now. Yes, I haven't been this happy. Exactly. It's good to hear from you guys. Man, I got a few folks on here. Okay. Let me see what I need to do on this right quick. Give me a couple of seconds on this. Let me make sure. Okay, I'm there. And I am there. Okay. I'm good. All right, let's roll. Welcome to the show. 7 p.m. at night. Joe, I got you in prime time then. So it's 12 o'clock in Memphis, Tennessee, here in the United States. It's 7 p.m. over there in Italy. So that's good stuff. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Why I got it, I'm just a cool guy. If you haven't followed my brother Jerome, Mr. Cowboy Nation McNary, you need to go follow him as well. We're both here in Memphis. Hey Shane, what's up Shane? Right here in Middle Tennessee. Good man. What's going on with the Tennessee boys everywhere? We're here in Memphis. Listen, go follow my brother right there up in the chat screen. Y'all see him, Jerome, Mr. Cowboy Nation McNary. He has a great pod show that's called Let's Talk Football. He's a little bit more elaborate than I am, a little bit more production-wise, a little bit better than I am. And we talk about the same thing. He has a delivery. He's from Memphis, so I ain't got to say nothing about that. Y'all know what time it is. Go follow him as well, okay? If you get a chance, you will be entertained. I promise you that. You will be entertained by my brother. Go follow his show as well. Listen, let's do a real quick recap on the Giants. And I'm not taking it from the game perspective. I want to talk about this perspective. I kind of touched on it the other day. I could care less. You know, God bless Daniel Jones. God bless Saquon Barkley. God bless all the other guys who were injured. I think Galladay went down. I really personally don't want to hear about it because nobody feels sorry for us when our quarterback went down. They laughed at us. They said, can the Cowboys win a game? Y'all got to end it, Dalton. You supposed to win. I really don't want to hear that. What I want to talk about is simple as this. It's the attitude of our team. Usually games like Sunday and the Eagle game, those were the type of games that always ended up being either a nail biter that we barely win or we lose. We've always been more talented than most teams. Always. We've always been more talented. From offensive wise, defensive wise, we may not been playing as a unit, but individual wise on defense, we've always had players. But the attitude of this team is different. In case you ain't noticed it, it's different. This team this year is beating teams, but that's not the real point. The real point is the attitude change. It's not that we're winning, it's how we are winning. That's what we need to be looking at. That's the major difference. Now, you can point so many different directions, players, coaches, that's fine. All is fine. The bottom line is we are beating teams, and it's how we're beating them. We are annihilating teams. We are. The game's not even close. The scoreboard ain't even really showing it, even though we winning by 14 and 20 points and all that. We really could be scoring. What's up, Geechee? We really could be. It's not about yes, we're winning. It's how we're winning. We are winning games that we're supposed to win now. Other games, like I said, 3-4 years, we either barely win or we end up losing. This year, it's almost kind of like if Alabama played, Alabama A&M, Alabama is supposed to win by 30 points. That's what we're doing right now. That's what I like. Teams that do not belong, we treat them like they do not belong. Mike, what's up, Mike? I see you. That's all I'm saying. I'm not worried. We're winning. I'm talking about the attitude. Hey, Tex, what's going on, man? I see folks on pod, man. Good to see all y'all coming in. Man, this 12 o'clock thing is different. My goodness. Do y'all go to work? I mean, do y'all work? I don't know. I mean, I'm saying, look. Oh, yeah, exactly, Joe. The truth of the matter is, we were supposed to score 40 against Philly. We definitely could have put up 50 against the Giants. But I take 40. I take 40. I ain't got no problem with it. I'm talking about, a team don't belong. You came to the woodshed and you beat their brains out. You let them know you do not belong on this field. You do not belong on this field. That's the difference this year. The Giants don't belong. We treated them like it. The Eagles didn't belong. We treated them like it. The Chargers do belong. We beat them. Tampa, we should have beat them. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a great argument that could be made that with a philosophy change, there's a philosophy change. And we could be undefeated right now. I'm just being honest with you. If Kellen Moore, what do you say, Kellen or Dak? If they would have made a decision to run the ball instead of just totally abandoning, there's a real good chance we could be 5-0 right now. That's neither here nor there. We learned from it. That's another thing. We learned from it. We running the ball. We're passing the ball. We're doing it all. Pick your poison. We can meet you. We can't be stopped. What you saw on Sunday was a prime example of that. We do whatever we want to do. I'm just saying, line up 8 in the box, we still gonna run it. Line up 8 in the box, if Dak feel like it, I'm gonna kill you passing. We do whatever we want to do offensively. It's nothing it's just too many weapons. I don't care what defense you got, you gonna get 8 alive unless you got the AFC Pro Bowl team as your defense. All right? I'm just saying, it's just the truth. I'm not worried about that. Defensively, without a doubt, Dan Quinn, oh my God. Come on, y'all. If you don't know the impact that he's made on this team already, you ain't watching football. It's because of him. He's a big reason why this attitude that I'm talking about. These guys are hungry. They're destroying people. I don't want to hear nothing about the Giants lost. This person didn't play. This person didn't play. All these Cowboy haters, you didn't say that when Dak went down, so I don't want to hear it now. I'm sorry. They'll be back. We lost our quarterback for a whole year. Daniel Jones will be back soon. The cobwebs clear up. He shouldn't have been running in the first place. You're not Christian McCaffrey. You understand? You're not Christian McCaffrey. You should have just slid. You weren't gonna make it anyway. Cox was coming, and he was looking for blood. Long as you stayed up, he's gonna knock your head off. It's just as simple. Just get down. Throw the ball away. It ain't my fault. Hey, coach. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't got I don't look. It's not my fault. Daniel Jones will be back, so I don't want to hear that. You just say nothing about Dak being gone the whole year. You laughed at us. Okay. Daniel Jones will be back. Soon as Saquon's ankle goes down, he'll be back on the field. So you didn't lose him for the year. Everybody be fine. Okay? I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about the Giants. You run the ball, you pay the price. Daniel Jones run it, thinking he a Heisman Trophy winner or something. You pay the price. That stuff work against everybody else. You got some dogs coming at you. Now you pay the price. Okay? Hit him. If he stay up, hit him. I don't have no problem with it. It's called football. It's not flag football. Okay? You run it, you pay the price. You think you Lamar Jackson? Okay. I bet you won't run it no more. Okay. All right, that's all I'm going to say about that. Defensively, we got dogs on defense, y'all. I ain't got to go through the list. Y'all know them by now. We done seen. Yeah. I see you, bro, Shane. Shane asked the question. Let me put his thing on the screen. Coach Breedlove in the house. I'm sorry, Coach. Coach Breedlove from South Carolina's in here. He said, did the haters watch the game? The Giants are a dirty team. Watch the replay of the guy pulling the Dagley after he wrapped up. Oh, yeah. They were ready to fight and everything else. Oh, yeah. I ain't worried about the Giants. Hey, we'll see them later on down the road. We're going to knock Geechee. What in God's name are you saying? I can't read that, man. What is that? What you put down, Geechee? My brother on here, Geechee. I don't know what that is, what you said. Say it again. Defensively, we got dogs. That's only going to get better. Diggs. Mr. Diggs, I'm sorry. Defensive player of the year right now. Should be unanimous vote. That there's nobody playing better defense than Mr. Diggs. We know that. Parsons. Legitimate dog. OC. We didn't expect like this. OC is OC shouldn't be taken out the lineup. That's like, first everybody was saying Nelt Gallimore and maybe Brent and all, Urban, I'm sorry. OC's our starter now. Now the other spot can be debated. OC should never come off the field. Except when he get tired. That's it. OC should be there. So we're loaded, okay? The Giants don't belong. We treated them as such. That's the bottom line. Don't want to hear nothing about they're not good. Look, if they're not good, treat them like they're not good. We beat their brains out. That's all that matters. That's all. I'm good. That's the recap on it. Now, let me point slightly, and I have better analysis on New England. I'm still watching a little film on New England right now. New England is good. Why? Because they're well coached. Matt Jones is good. I'll say that. Why? Because he's poised. He don't make a lot of mistakes. He's conservative, but he can get the ball down the field. I will give him that for the little bit that I watched. He's very poised. He will stay in the pocket. He's not fast. He won't run it. He will be a sitting duck. However, from watching things that I've seen so far, he gets rid of the ball quick. Hey, Jose, what's up, man? He will get rid of the ball quick, so sacks may not be there, but we just need to put a little pressure on him. These are one of these games with defensive line, when they put their hands up, it's going to be big. We need to knock some balls down. I don't think we're really going to get to Jones a lot. I don't think. He don't do a whole lot of 7-step drops and all that. It's pretty much, Josh McDaniel is playing to his strengths. He gets the ball out quick. We just got to make sure we tackle well so far from what I've seen. And we just need to put some heat on him. All right. What's up, Jose? So that's a little bit that I've seen. I have a real better analysis on Saturday when we do the show. This will be, and I'm kind of glad we playing this game. You know why? Because this game is really all about, if you ask me, what I've seen. And I'm glad that New England played Tampa Bay and the weather was horrible that night. But Belichick really played or really called a great game or put a great game plan together for Mr. Brady. Really shouldn't be no surprise. We give full respect, or at least I will, to Bill Belichick. He is arguably the greatest NFL coach of all time. He is a wizard for being a defensive coordinator and game caller for defense. He knows what to do. His track record speaks for itself. He has shut down some of the greatest offenses in history. He has seen everybody. He saw Montana. He saw Steve Young. He saw Troy Aikman. He saw Emmett. The list goes. He saw Warren Moon. He saw Jim Kelly. He saw Brett Favre. So, come on, y'all. This guy speaks for itself. He's seen all the great running backs. Some of them running backs in the Hall of Fame now. All them quarterbacks I just named, they're in the Hall of Fame. He's seen Peyton Manning. He's matched wits with Peyton Manning. So this would be interesting. All right. I'm happy that Kellen Moore gets to match wits with Bill Belichick, because we're about to see this. I actually love it. We are getting ready to see just how brilliant Kellen Moore really is, because he's going against a brilliant defensive mind. I'm just telling you. Huh? I'm not saying he's gonna shut us down. I still think we're gonna score dang near 30 points. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. I'm just glad to see that this is another confidence booster. We're on the road. You're going against a great coach, a great coach. This is not Tom Brady. It's Matt Jones. Okay. Hey, I'm not knocking Jones. He just ain't Brady. We get to go against this guy. Dan Quinn gets to match wits with Josh McDaniel. Great matchup. We're getting ready to see our coaching staff. We about to find out for real, at least this week, what they really got. Because they're going against some guys that know what to do, defensively and offensively. So I'm glad to see this. I'm happy about it. I'll give my little scoring predictions on Saturday. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking to make another statement on this coming up Sunday against the Patriots. I'm looking forward to it. That's it on that. Fan base. Let me talk to y'all real quick. Fan base. What you're seeing on your timelines, what you're seeing on Tex is in another country. Tex and on Podbean. Tex, what country are you listening to me from? I can't pronounce it. It's Bahrain or something like that, if I remember right. Type that in for me. So I can shout you out, because it's 8 o'clock at night where you are. So I caught you in prime time too. Okay. DJ needs to stop leading with his head. Even Lamar will not do a thing. Exactly. Talking about Daniel Jones. He's horrible. Well, he's not horrible. He just thought he was Lamar Jackson. Paid the price. Text, where are you listening to me from? If you don't mind, type that in real quick, the country, and hopefully I pronounce it right. He's somewhere, I think it's Bahrain, I believe, something like that. I don't know. But anyway, exactly. Joe said, whether it's Mac Jones, Tom Jones, Down Jones, we winning by 20. I love it. I love it. I think that attitude is there, and I think this game, because they know who they're going to, and they know to make another statement. I believe they're gonna be fired up to play on that. Fan base, listen. I know y'all seeing all these on your timelines. Number one, all of our haters are mighty quiet. They ain't saying nothing. They just laying in the weeds, hoping we lose. That's all they're doing. If you notice, the last 2 or 3 weeks, your timelines are quiet. It's primarily the Steelers fans and the 49ers fans. That's who it is. They just quiet. You almost need to check and see if they got Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and Twitter accounts. This is a away game, Jose. We'll be playing. We're going to New England. We're going to New England. And another thing, we need to stack as many wins as we need to, as we can. I love it. Stack the wins up. Stack them up. Stack them up. Stack them up. Stack every win up now. Quiet is kept right. It's early, but as of right now, we're second. We're second in the NFC seed. Second seed in the NFC right now. One game behind Arizona, who is undefeated. But as of right now, we're second in the NFC. This is the last time we could have said that. We need to stack as many wins as possible. Because as of right now, I'm looking at things. I'm telling y'all, barring injury, things can get mighty interesting over the next 4 to 5 weeks. Now, I'm just going to take it one game at a time, but you look at the schedule that we have, and based on how we're playing, you look at it and you tell me what you think it's going to be. I'm serious. The way we playing, I love. I wouldn't be surprised if we about everybody pointing to the Chief game when we go play Kansas City, and that's in November, I think. That's a good chance, y'all, that before we go see the Chiefs, we got a chance to be right at 9-1. I'm serious, y'all. 8-2. I'm gonna stay in this week here, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Y'all need to look at the schedule and look at how we playing and look who we're playing, and you tell me. And we got some stuff going right here. Let's go beat up the New England Patriots. I don't care nothing about who. Let's go whoop them too. Okay? And then give the fan base another week of being quiet. Joe, I might need to tag on that. Joe says he wants to see, let me put it up. Probably being an interesting comment from my brother Joe, who's in Italy right now. He says, I want to see Diggs cover Hopkins when we play the Cardinals. After 5 games, the philosophy is clear. Number one, Dan Quinn believed that these guys can cover man to man. And that includes Anthony Brown for some crazy reason. We ain't really run a lot of zone. Okay? We're not really running a lot of zone. Not a lot. We're primarily going man to man, which really shouldn't be a surprise because that's what Quinn likes to do. Okay? Here's the other trend that needs to follow. Joe, you might get your wish because Mr. Diggs, he travels. In other words, he takes on the number one receiver. He travels. That's what these first 5 games have showed us. He goes and travels. So, until he starts getting really beat, I think that system is going to continue. Diggs probably will be on Myers. I forgot his name from New England. Jacob Myers. He's pretty much the best receiver they have this week. He's been going after number ones since the first game of the year when he latched on to Mike Evans. You might get your wish, Joe. And I don't see why he shouldn't, because he's showing he can do it. And because he is doing it, Dan Quinn can do some other stuff on defense at the same time. Mr. Diggs is just ridiculous right now. He's playing out of his mind. And because of that, I think that's going to continue. I just think that we're doing things that we ain't been able to do for a long period of time. All right. I know y'all want to see Diggs do that. Let's just worry about New England right now. Let me calm myself down. Let me see who is Coach. Yeah. Coach Breedlove said we need to have a close game to keep us focused. Coach, the only thing I'm gonna say is the only way you're gonna keep this game close is unless, as of right now, we shoot ourselves in the foot, because it ain't no defense to stop this offense. I'm serious. We lost to Tampa. Tampa shut down the running game because we decided not to run it. It wasn't because they stopped us. We decided not to run it. That's the reason why that happened. And still on that, we still put up 29 points against Tampa, because that couldn't be stopped. This offense is lethal. It can't be stopped. So if the only way it's gonna stay a close game, Coach, unless somebody plays some incredible defense. Because if you're not on point on defense, we gonna light you up. That's what I've seen so far. Okay, that's what I've seen so far. Of course, things can change. I believe Belichick probably is going to try to come up with an outstanding game plan, and if it's successful, you can rest assured somebody's going to try to copy it, but you got to have the personnel to copy other people's defense. Coach Breedlove said if he keep being 20 points wins, what's going to happen when the playoffs start? This is a young team that needs some adversity for the future. I think they got a little bits and pieces of adversity, Coach, when they, they'll get it. It just come in little spots. It ain't happening for all the games. I mean, they're just too good offensively. Just like the Giant game, we kept it close when everybody thought we supposed to have been, blowing them out. Once Dak fumbled the ball there, that's a little adversity. Usually, when we make a mistake, they just show you the growth of the team. Usually, when we make mistakes like that, it take us a whole quarter and a half just to get back the way we need to be, to catch back up. These guys immediately come back out and go right back to work. That's the difference. Usually we hang our heads down, or it's like something happen like that. It's like, oh no. The fan base do that. When Dak fumbled the ball in the red zone, I bet you all the folks, a lot of fans was saying like, oh, here we go. Here go the Cowboys making oh my God. No, what happens is we come right back. That ain't what we used to seeing. You usually take us, so there's a little bit of adversity. If you ain't got no defense, man, you're not going to be able to hang with this team. And I'm not saying just because we I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm just saying this offense cannot be stopped. I'm just saying. Joe says, do you think when Collins comes back, should we leave Steele as our starter? Joe, I don't know how much you listen to it over there in Italy. I don't know if you got DallasCowboys.com or put it on your phone, Dallas Cowboys, and you just listen to how Coach McCarthy, Steven, and Jerry Jones are talking about the offensive line, and they keep using this one word. They keep giving little clues, little hints. They'll say the continuity of the offensive line, the chemistry of the line, and how you don't want to break up chemistry. Well, that kind of leads to your question. Do I think Collins comes back, or should we leave Steele as our starter? I don't think nobody... First of all, Collins is better than Steele. But here's the question. If we ask that question at the beginning of the year, I said this the other day, if we ask that question at the beginning of the year, how much better is he than Steele? We would say it'd have been like night and day. Okay? we would have said it's like night and day. Now after these 5 games, I think it's safe to say that Steele has closed that gap. And let's just be honest, this offense is rolling. They're running the ball at will. Steele is a part of it. I'm not saying Collins can't come in and do the same job. I'm just saying, some people would say, look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then I have my own personal theory. I gave you that last week, on the show, my last show. I really don't think I think that, they've kind of figured out we can win with Steele. And Steele make $895,000 a year. Next year, Mr. Collins is going to be entering where his contract is $10 million a year. I'll say it again. Next year, Mr. Steele is due to make $895,000 a year. He's 24 years old. Collins is he's supposed to make $10 million a year. And you know what you can do with Steele. I wouldn't be surprised, y'all. I'm serious. I wouldn't be surprised if they leave him in there. And I'm not saying it's gonna happen this year, but I believe that they'll go to Mr. Collins and say, look, need to take a pay cut here or something. And they may just trade him. I just don't. I don't know if they're gonna put him back in. To answer your question, Joe, I don't know if they're gonna put him back in. And I'll go ahead and say this. Hey, Sandy, how you doing? On Podbean. I'll say this. I really, if you ask me at the beginning of the year, I say, please put Collins back in. I'm just going to be honest with you. I wouldn't be mad if Steele stay in. That's just me. And I'm still saying Collins is better than Steele. But you can't deny what you've been seeing now for these last 5 weeks. Steele handled. We didn't hear Shaq Barrett's name against Tampa Bay. Hey, Sid. What's up, Sid? We didn't hear nothing about Joey Bosa. That's who Steele went against. Now, he had a little help every now and then, but we didn't hear those names. We didn't hear anything from Philly. We didn't hear anything last week from the Giants. Steele is playing, dare I say, dominant football. I think it's obvious. So I don't know if they're going to really bust that up, y'all. I just don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't be mad if they didn't. Who is that? Jose? Exactly. Jose says, man, they're not going to leave Collins on the bench. Trust me. I get it. I'm not going to even argue the point. Yeah, I mean, you know what you can do with Steele. That's at least it's worth a discussion now. If Steele would have came out here and just, got destroyed week by week, then, this is not a discussion. But Steele has opened up the eyes of this whole organization to at least where you got to have at least a conversation like, really? Okay. Oh, okay. Collins is always hurt. Collins is always injured. Collins is now suspended. Collins has been on the injury reserve list more than he has played games. And we got a young, hungry Steele here who can do the same things. And he costs only $895,000 for next year, rather than paying Collins $10 million, who stays hurt. Just had a suspension now. He came to us with character issues. And now he stays hurt. Then he gets suspended. And he ain't been here that long. Then we got Mr. Steele over here, who's not going to cost us much. And he gives us just about the same production. and he's a little younger, just a little. I mean, you gonna have a discussion. If you're a general manager or whatever, you gonna have that discussion. You are. I ain't saying you gonna act on it. I'm just saying, still has at least put the conversation on the table with his play. Now, that's just me. I would have the conversation. Let me say that. All right. So, fan base, y'all beware of the haters. Okay. Let's beware of the haters and the bandwagon people trying to jump on that because they see what's going on. They know it's real. They giving the cold languages. They see they won't give us credit for what's going on. They'll say, well, wait till December. Wait till December. Oh, we're gonna wait till next week. I don't know if it'll be in December. I'm just saying that's what the haters say. All right. It is what it is. Now, got all that out the way for those that are gonna stay with me because it's about to get touchy now. It's about to get touchy. I'm just gonna pre-warn you now. It's about to get real touchy because some folks are not gonna like what I'm getting ready to say. For those that do, I promise you I'll be on football on Saturday. This is a sports podcast show. That's what I am. I just talk about the Cowboys, obviously a whole lot, and the Lakers and all that. But if you've been following me a while, you know I ain't scared to touch on some issues. And Lord have mercy, do we have an issue? Jon Gruden. So y'all already know the content of what it is. So if you don't like it, then I appreciate y'all hanging with me for a minute. Y'all come back and holler at me on Saturday at 3:00, okay? But if you're going to hang with me now, it's about to get a little touchy. I'm just telling you now. We through with, hey, prophetic ministry, everybody's in here. It's about to get touchy. I'm going to start from this premise here. These are the facts, too, I may add. Jon Gruden, we find out there's an email that was sent from 2011 about Demarius Smith, who's the NFL's Players Association, president or whatever, guy that does the talking for the players. There's an email that's sent out about Jon Gruden, by Jon Gruden, saying that his lips are big as Michelin tires and all that kind of stuff. That's what he said. He said that those are the facts. I didn't say it. That's what the Gruden said. Now he said it in 2011, and of course that's racially type of things. Really, what you're saying is translation. He got big lips like mine right now. See, my lips are not small. My lips are big. So if he says that my lips actually are bigger than Demarius Smith or whatever his name is, if he said that, I hate to see what he'll say about me. You see what I'm saying? If he said that about Smith, I hate to see what he said about me. Okay? So this is what he said. And it was insensitive. Obviously. Of course, it happened in 2011. Jon Gruden gets up and says, I'm sorry, I didn't, I don't remember things that I said 10, 11 years ago. I understand that because I don't remember stuff I said yesterday. So I get that. But in this case, what you said, and you know exactly what you meant. So he knows. And the funny part about that is that the owner of the Raiders, after listening to all the reports from last night and today, knew about this information on Friday of last week. Jon Gruden, of course, coached the game on Sunday. Nobody didn't say anything about that. Hopefully, they would really just probably had the attitude that this thing was sweep under the rug. You apologize, and it is what it is. Let me throw my first sidebar in. It's amazing to me how people can make racial statements and then apologize. See, I can apologize for stepping on your foot. You know, that could be erased. When you cross the line of racism, however, it reveals part of your heart. Huh? We said it, and Coach Breedlove, I see what you said, and he says, "Are we holding these type of remarks against Coach again? We elect the president that said worse. Aren't we guilty of personal bias against folks? He was wrong and no excuses. He accepted it. He said to resign. But what a hypocritical society we live in." Great comment there that I'm going to touch on in just a minute. The coach, the owner of the team knew about it and hope really essentially just sweep it under the rug. Let's just be honest. But we find out that the emails now have been sent from 2011 to 2018. There are over 650,000 emails that have these type of languages, tones, and by now all of you have seen it. That not only did he attack black people, he attacked women, he attacked gays, he attacked everybody with his mouth. And that's what he did. It's there for you. Most of you have seen some of the emails. Most of you have already read some of it. It is what it is. Here are the facts, though. Coach Breedlove, I'm coming back to your comment. I don't want you to go there. I don't want you. I'm coming to it. Here are the facts, though. And this is my thing. When he said something about the black man, it was not a rush to figure things out. But as soon as he said something about gays, it was an immediate response. Those are the facts, ladies and gentlemen. I got a problem with that. The urgency that was displayed all of a sudden by Mr. Davis when he crossed the line of talking about when he put out misogynistic comments and calling somebody a queer. That is what got the fire lit. But when he said something about black folks, you coach on Sunday. Those are the facts. I got a problem with it. I do. It don't sense me lying about it. I got a problem with it. I don't know if y'all see it like you ain't got to see it like me. I understand. I have no problem with it. You're the owner. The NFL kind of puts a threat on Mr. Davis because they gave him the information to say, hey, we're going to let you handle this. That was last week too, when they said it. He obviously didn't handle it the way the NFL thought that they shouldn't handle it. They said, okay, here all the rest of it. Now, if you don't handle this, we gonna take care of ourselves. So the speed to, and I've heard some folks say, well, you can't do it on Friday. Got a game on Sunday. You can't do that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You know, Mr. Davis, how he feels about black people. Ladies and gentlemen, the Raiders probably are what? 80%, maybe more, black folks in there. I don't want this man leading me, and this how you feel about black people. I don't know. No, you can't lead me if you don't like me. I mean, I know what you like, what I do for you. You know, it's I run the ball for you. I jump up in there and catch the ball for you. I score touchdowns for you. I make you look good, but you'll pat me on my helmet or pat me on my butt and say, "Whoa, great run, great touchdown." But then as soon as I turn my back, you call me something else. It don't match. No. I can't have you lead me. I need to know that on Friday. I can't play ball for you. No. I got a problem with it. I have a problem with that. In fairness, one of the emails talking about Michael Sam. Everybody knows Michael Sam, saying that Jeff Fisher, the coach for the Rams at that time, should not put Michael Sam on the team because he categorized him as a queer. Well, that's in his heart. But ain't it amazing that he has Carl Nassib on his team, the Raiders team now? If you don't know who Carl Nassib is the man that's a few months ago came out and said that he's openly gay. He plays for the Raiders. Good player. Sacked quarterback, good player. But your heart says you don't like queers. That's what he said. So what you think that, if you felt that way about Michael Sam, how do you think that Carl Nassib feels in the locker room? That's another reason why he had to go. You can't go into that locker room no more. The black men that are on that team will be looking at him like he crazy. Oh, they got big lips too. Yeah. Carl Nassib is gay. Openly gay. If you felt that way about Michael Sam, you feel the same way about Nassib. Oh, but I forgot Nassib can go get the quarterback, so you'll tolerate that. You just talk about him once you get off the field. Oh, okay, I get it. Huh? I got a problem. And whoever else was on this email chain, a couple names came out today. Co-owner of Hooters and all these folks need to get called out too. Now, let me go back to Coach Breedlove's comment, which I hope I can get all this on here. There it is. So let's look at this and let's just have an honest discussion. First of all, Coach Breedlove is absolutely right. He's right. Y'all see his comment. I'll let y'all read for yourself. He's right. We have elected a president that said worse. However, see, the worst people on this earth, I ain't gonna say on earth, I'm just saying racists are horrible, obviously. But I would give some little respect to members of the Ku Klux Klan, to members of the Proud Boys, and all those other groups. At least I know where you stand. I ain't got to wonder about you because you gonna show me who you are. I don't have no problem with I know where you stand. You make it very clear that you don't like people like me and people that look like me. You make it very clear. I know how to deal with you. There's a group that's walking around here, and there's a whole lot of people, black and white, I may add, fall into this category. I call them closet racists. Primarily, these are the people that will shake your hand like Jon Gruden, compliment you, and sit down, look you eye to eye, have a conversation with you. thank you and appreciate you for what you've done. And just as soon as you turn your back, they'll be calling you out your name. They have enough smoothness in them, enough couth, as my late grandmother would say, have enough couth in them to disguise what's really in their heart. These are the worst people walking God's earth right now to me. You work with them. You go to school with them. You go to church with them. They're everywhere. Some of them gonna look at this right here, and you got it hidden in your heart. You really don't like black people. You don't like gay people. You don't like whatever else. But yet you're smooth enough to have conversations and talk in a nice tone, smile and laugh at the jokes and all that kind of stuff. As soon as you turn your back, you show really where you really stand. This is what my Coach Breedlove is talking about. I mean, I don't want to get political, but if you know the history of Joe Biden, you know what he said over the years. Coach Breedlove, what he got the pass on was that he got to hang around Barack Obama for 8 years, and that cleared his, that cleaned his slate, if you want to say it like that. That cleaned his slate. And he did the same thing that most people do when they make insensitive remarks. They immediately say, I'm sorry. You ain't sorry. You just trying to save face, just like Jon Gruden did. Jon Gruden had a 10-year, $100 million contract. Yeah, I would say I'm sorry too. Trying to hold on to the check. Jon Gruden's sorry. No, he's not sorry for what he said. He's sorry that he got caught. Yeah, that's what he's sorry for. Yeah, you sorry. He's not sorry for. I mean, once you got a 7-year trail of emails saying the same thing or some along those lines, y'all check out the emails yourself. Y'all look it up. 7 years? No, that's in your heart. That's not a mistake. That's not a coincidence. No, this is how you really feel. That's how you really still feel. You sorry. You're not sorry. You sorry because you want to keep the $10 million a year going. I would say I'm sorry too. I don't blame Jon. Jon Gruden just didn't know that the New York Times was going to come out with 650,000 some odd emails. That's the part he didn't know. He thought it was just going to be this one email, and that's it. That's why he got out of there. And let's just be honest with you. To go back to you, Coach, he said he accepted it, he said it, and resigned. He didn't resign. It's just that Mr. Davis didn't want to embarrass him. Let's just be honest. He got fired. That's what happened. He had no choice. He didn't resign. If he was worried about being a distraction, he wouldn't have coached Sunday. The players knew about it. Word travels. Can't play for no guy like that. He didn't resign. He got fired. It's just that Mr. Davis just ain't gonna say that. He told him, man, you gotta go, man. You gotta go. I don't want to do it. I mean, we're friends, but this just gonna be too much. The press wouldn't let this. The players would have to deal with this all the rest of the year. The press would eat us alive. How you gonna have an open guy like this with these type of emails on the sideline for a year or something? You would lose the locker room. He had to go. He had to. Anybody resign? He just didn't get the embarrassment. He got fired. He did. They just dressed it up, which is another whole issue within itself. Because you wouldn't have gave, Lord have mercy, you wouldn't have gave Mike Tomlin that type of respect. No. The press would have said, if he was coaching the Raiders, you would have said Mike Tomlin has just got fired. You wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't have done that for for some of our African American coaches. Now that's just an opinion. That's just not fact. That's just my opinion. I may be 100% wrong, but it is what it is. Ekus says exactly. Tomlin would have. Jerome said Tomlin would have been crucified. Everybody know that. Whatever coach that's black, put them in the same place as Gruden. I guarantee you, the narrative would have been different today. That's just true. He could say, I think it's hilarious that everyone is held accountable these days, but the media, they're just as bad, if not worse these days. Who oversees them and their professionalism? I don't hear about them losing their job. I think it's all of us, Ekush. I think all of us, to be honest with you, if we just be honest, I think all of us have some type of racism in us. Black, white, whatever. All of us got it. Jon Gruden ain't the first person to say something about gay folks. Black folks say something about gay folks. Jon Gruden ain't the first person to make some type of black insensitive remark. You know, see, white people, unfortunately, their definition of racism is a lot of them really tied to this, believe it or not. They'll say, if I don't call you the N-word, then I'm not racist. Well, we know better. There's other ways you can do it. Unfortunately, you wouldn't believe. I know that sound kind of right. I mean, raggedy, but it's really the truth. If I didn't call you the N-word, then I'm not racist. That's how a lot of them think. Here's the thing about Robert Kraft, since everybody brought it up about Kraft. Kraft is smart enough that Kraft is not really visible. Kraft is very visible because of the world championships that the Patriots have won. But when you look at that, Kraft is not in front of no microphone like Jerry Jones. Kraft is not doing interviews like Jerry Jones does. The only time we see Mr. Kraft, let's see in the box. Kraft is not like that. So Kraft don't get the heat as somebody like Jerry Jones. Kraft just gets heat because he's a franchise win all the time. You know, Kraft is not like everybody else. He just, that's just my thing. Kraft is smart enough to stay out the limelight. Now, the only thing we really got on Kraft is that the Patriots cheated in a couple instances, and then Kraft had his thing with the massage parlor that he swept under the rug, and everybody protected them money that he had. Obviously, they took care of the situation. Hey, it is what it is. He's not like Jerry Jones. Speaking of Jerry Jones, I'm almost scared if folks start picking out paper trails on Jerry Jones. The stuff he done say. Lord have mercy. See, it's a wake-up call for everybody. It's a wake-up call for everybody. I mean, all of us got it. All of us have it. All of us have it. White folks don't like black folks. I'm just saying in general, I'm not saying in general, I'm saying traditionally when it comes to this issue, we talking about white folks don't like black folks, and then black folks don't like white folks, and then white folks don't like Mexican folks, and black folks don't like Mexican folks. It's here. It's been in existence since the Bible days. Racism is in the DNA of this world. It's been here. Your Bible teaches us that. And for those that are spiritual, it's in the Bible. Okay? You had the Jews, then you had the Gentiles. You don't hang with the Gentiles. You don't hang with the Jews. It's there. It's never died. It's not gonna die. Why? Because people are still passing it down. It's been in existence. The reason why it's still living, because people are still passing it down. As long as the KKK is alive, as long as the Proud Boys are alive, as long as the NAACP is alive, as long as it's Democrat, as long as it's Republican, racism is still here. Here's the difference though. You're paying the price for some of the things that you are saying now. Back in the day, you could say whatever you want to say. It wasn't going to be no problem. Dave Chappelle is having issues now because of things he said in a stand-up comedy show. Y'all remember Kevin Hart said something about a joke back in the day about gays. He lost his job with the Emmys where he couldn't host it. Y'all remember that? You pay the price now for the things that you are saying. Jon Gruden falls into this category. And he should not have his job. How in the world are you going to stand in front of 80% team full of black people? How? If he stood in front of them, he'll be lucky if somebody didn't go upside his head. There are some black brothers that ain't going. Huh? He could say only some are paying the price. They picking and choosing who gets to decide who pays and when. In this case, I don't know exactly what you're talking about, and I'm quite sure that list is long. But in this case, this had to be done. It almost reminds you of the Donald Sterling issue with the Clippers, the owner. Y'all remember that? He had to sell the team. He had to. He had to get out the league. He had to. You had to get out. He had to get rid of the Clippers. God bless. He spent his money to buy them, and whoever bought the Clippers, he got a nice payday for that. But he had to get out the league. He had to. It's the same kind of equivalent situation with the Raiders. You can't even coach in practice. He had to get rid of them. He had to. He had no choice. Now, the NFL is lying. The NFL is lying. In every end zone in the league, there's in the end zone, y'all check it out on Sunday or whatever. It says in the end zone at the top, right there in the center of the goalpost, right below the goalpost, it says end racism. That's what it says. The NFL is trying to portray a picture like they are all in on ending racism, all that kind of stuff. They are lying. Because if they were really true about that, you wouldn't have waited on the Raiders to respond. You would have went in and handled it right then and there. If it weren't for the other emails, Jon Gruden possibly would still be coaching the Raiders right now. They found out last week he coached the game on Sunday. Must not have been that important. But just as soon as the gay, homophobic, misogynistic things come out, we're going to give you walking papers. You got to go and go. Black Lives Matter is on the football fields everywhere. It's there. Y'all look at it. I can't tell. And somebody gonna say, well, there's hey, Truth Cat. Somebody gonna say, well, there's no priority. There's no priority in all the stuff. He insulted everybody, and he did. You are absolutely right. I'm just giving you the facts. He insulted the black man. That's racial undertone, racially insensitive comment. They didn't move. As soon as he said something about gays, the Raiders moved in. Why didn't they move when he said something about the black man? I know I'm in deep water right now. I'm just putting it out there. I'm giving you the facts. You can't dispute that. Now you may give me your reasons why it didn't happen, and that could be debated. But I'm just giving you the facts. When he checked and when he called himself checking, saying the man got lips like Michelin tires, and yet on the Raiders team there are plenty of guys. If you seen a picture of Demarius Smith, you know what he looked like. Okay, there are guys that's on the Raiders who lips are even bigger. You know, my lips are big. Y'all see me? Hey, it is what it is. You ain't move on that though. Matter of fact, Jon Gruden had his play chart in his hand. You know, he coached on Sunday. You ain't say nothing. But the black man got it. You know, you ain't say nothing. You didn't. You allowed them to come back and do a press conference and say, hey, I'm sorry. And when it was over with, guess what? You went on back to the office and got ready for the next week of coaching. Not knowing that the New York Times was going to go and unleash that avalanche. Oh, but when the avalanche came, what you got to hear? Oh, he said something about gays. Oh, we got to fire him. Why didn't you have this urgency when you talk about the black man? You said y'all want to end racism. You said Black Lives Matter. And somebody going to say, oh, yeah, he paid the price, Mr. Big Time. Or Doug Brooks or Bishop Brooks. He paid the price. He lost his job. You ain't got to worry about him no more. He ain't going to coach no more. He's not going to get a job at ESPN no more. He's not going to do all that. So why worry about it? He got fired. No, that's not the point. Not about, at least that's not my point. You didn't move. You moved though when they were kneeling on their knees though, didn't you? When they was protesting, you moved in though, didn't you? You moved quick. Our beloved owner, Jerry Jones, said, hey. You can't be a member of this team here if you ain't gonna stand up for the national anthem. Matter of fact, Jerry Jones said, look, when the national anthem played, I want toes on the line. Y'all remember that? Move quick then. You will not embarrass the flag of the United States of America. You will not do it. You will not bend. You will not bow. You gonna stand up, or I'm gonna cut you. Where is that same urgency for when you know you got a walking racist in your locker room? Because Mr. Davis let it slide. Yeah, y'all see it. Yeah. And so, some of y'all bored with me now. I know. LaShane, I answer y'all question. I'm gonna answer this question because I feel myself getting in a little trouble here. Shane said, let me ask you this. If a black man or woman had ownership of an NFL team, would the league change? Let me tell you something, Shane. It'll never happen. You know why that will never happen? And I would be shocked if it did. It would not happen because the owners are the ones that vote on letting the new owner come in. So when you go down the list of the owners, look at the owners. Look at their ages. Know what era they come from, and I'm just saying. Just look. They're not gonna let a black man on the NFL team. I'm just saying it's not going to happen. Unless the younger guys take over. In a case like our team, I don't think Jerry Jones would vote for it. That's just me. That's my opinion. However, I believe Stephen Jones would. Or let me put it this way. I believe Stephen Jones would be more open to it. I don't know if he would vote for it or not. You start talking about the old owners, man, there's a limit that black men can go to. So you talking about ownership. Let's go down. We still battling, trying to figure out why aren't more black coaches in the league? Head coaches. Why did they have to put the Rooney Rule in the first place? They're forcing teams to, at least when you have a head coaching vacancy, they're forcing it team that you must have at least one black candidate interview for the job. Now, that don't mean that you're serious about the candidate. They had to put a rule in place. I mean, come on now. And you talking about ownership. Come on, man. We ain't got a black general managers. How many black general managers do we have? Forget ownership. I'm not knocking you, Shane, because you raise a great question. I'm just saying that's fantasy land, at least in my opinion. Let's deal with first of all, can we get more black coaches in? That's some brilliant black coaches out here. Brilliant. They're on the staff. They're on your staffs. Eric Bieniemy should have had a coaching job. And just in case you don't know what Eric Bieniemy is, Eric Bieniemy is the offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. He should have had a job a long time ago. No, but y'all want Urban Meyer. Let me get on out of here. Let me stop. Let me stop. Before I get in trouble. You want the Oklahoma coach that's going to be a coach before long in the NFL. Lincoln Riley. That's what you want. You want Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore name for to come up a whole lot. Eric Bieniemy just took Patrick Mahomes to, 2 straight Super Bowls? With 2 or 3? Whatever. 3 straight Super Bowls or something? Huh? MVP of the league? A world-class offense? But you want Urban Meyer. Byron Leftwich, Tampa Bay's offensive coordinator. Huh? Oh, you don't want them. Huh? Y'all know some of all these other defensive and offensive coordinators who got great names. Todd Bowles, same coach on Tampa Bay, defensive coordinator. Everybody gave Tampa Bay's defense the credit for winning the Super Bowl. Dominant defensive coordinator. He can't get a job? Hello. So there ain't enough money, Shane. That's what I'm trying to say. When you can have the same amount of money and them old time owners that hadn't died are still in place. The Jerry Joneses, the Robert Krafts, the owner of that one died, but they got an old owner in Houston. Phillies guy, even though he look young, he's a little older. The Saints, Mr. Benson's wife, who's old. Now look, these folks ain't voting no. They ain't voting no black man in. They'll draft a black man so he can play on the team. Yeah, they'll do that. They'll hire an assistant coach. And some may even get the guts to hire a head coach. But right there is where it ends for us. We can't do no general manager job now. Oh Lordy. Oh, that's too much power. You can't run an organization. No. And it's evident because all you gotta do is look around. Will McClay, our guy. should be a general manager. Everybody know that if you're a Cowboy fan. If you're not a Cowboy fan, you don't know what I'm talking about. But Will McClay should be a general manager. But just like, oh Lord, I'm about to get in trouble. Ooh-wee. If I can say this, come on, y'all text back to me and say it, because I'm finna get in trouble right here. Y'all tell me I can say it. Just put down, go on, say it, because I got something in my head. Come on. I'm about to say something real bad. Y'all, come on, tell me if I can say it or not. Tell me if I can say it or not. Just tell me. I won't say it if y'all don't tell me. I'm about to say something about Will McClay. That's what I'm going with. Tell me if I can say it. If not, I'll keep it to myself. Y'all know I ain't scared to say it. I'm just not. But I don't want to get in trouble with Podbean. Okay, Joe say I can say it. Thank you, Joe. Let me tell you something about Will McClay. Will McClay is the reason why this roster looks the way that it does. It's not Stephen Jones. It's not Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones don't do no scouting. They just do the decision making based off of what Will McClay and the coaching staff says. This guy needs, this guy fits what I want to do as far as my scheme. It is Will McClay's job to find those specific players that fits the scheme of Kellen Moore, fits the scheme of Dan Quinn. That's his job. He has scouts all over the country. He runs a scouting department. Hundreds of guys. What to report them, has organizational skills, knows what the guys. And when you look at the results of what Will McClay has done, all the Pro Bowls since he's been there, all the All-Pros that's been there, you tell me, why has he not gotten a general manager job? But this is what Jerry Jones did. This one for getting in trouble. Just like the old slave mentality. He tricked Will McClay. I ain't gonna say he tricked him, okay? He brought Will McClay in and said, we're gonna pay you the GM type money. We just not gonna give you the title. You gonna do all the work, and I'll take all the credit. So when you hear the Cowboys talk about CeeDee Lamb and Diggs and Zach Martin and DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons, the first thing everybody says was Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones drafted a great player. Who did the work though? Huh? And I know everybody's saying Jerry Jones is not going to give up the general manager tag. I get all that. That's fine. Jerry Jones has remained consistent since he bought the team. He's the owner, general manager. I get it. That's his team. I understand. I get it. But why hadn't Will McClay gotten offers? And Will may have something to do with this. Maybe he loves the Cowboys so much he just don't want to leave. I'm just saying his name should come up in every general manager job that opens up. Somebody would make him an offer that he can't refuse. I'm just saying. You want him that bad? All Will's gonna say is, look, this is what the Jones family paying me. Now, this is the starting rate. You got to give me a little bit more just to leave. We'll work with everything else after that. Huh? I'm just saying. That's the old mentality. You go do the work, I'll get all the credit. You go pick all that. Oh, Lord. Okay. I guess that's my cue to get on out of here. Uh, so Shane, although your question is legitimate, and I still got it up here, it's still gonna remain an if, because that just ain't gonna happen. You know how many black people have tried to buy an NFL team over the years? Diddy had money. I think Jay-Z was trying to get in. I mean, that's just the two we know about. I think Robert Johnson, who was the owner of the Charlotte Hornets, I believe it was a time back in the day, the former owner of BET, tried to get in, if I'm not mistaken. He couldn't get in. No, he had plenty of money. There's only one black man that I think that they may have a little pull if he decided to do it, and that's Magic Johnson. If Magic Johnson decided that he wanted to buy an NFL franchise, I think that will open up their eyes just based off, but then again, it'll be using him because of the visibility that he has and how much he would bring to the team. In other words, we're going to use you for your talents. If it benefits the league, but just random guys like Diddy and Jay-Z who got the money, but they won't let guys like that in. No, Shane. That's exactly how it looks. That's how it is with Will McClay. Only time you hear Will McClay name is during draft time. They'll give him credit then, but they'll give the credit to Jerry and Steven, and that's how it's been forever. Even commentators say that it's not him. That's not them doing the work. They ain't doing no work. They ain't getting on no airplane scouting and all that kind of stuff. They ain't watching no film. Jerry Jones don't watch no film. Come on now. Jerry Jones don't watch no film. He ain't got time. Stephen Jones don't watch no film. They ain't putting the work in, the hours and hours of all the game tapes you got to go through to see if this guy really is a ball player. They not doing that. They're not watching no film. They ain't working these guys out. Y'all come on to the Star in Dallas. Jerry Jones gonna work you out. Man, please. It's Will McClay, man, and the coaching staff. Will McClay should be a general manager. So we're not doing that. But look, that's a little bit off base. Go back to what I'm saying about Jon Gruden. And I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to let you go. I appreciate y'all for hanging with me. Listen, there's a lot of Jon Grudens out there. I leave y'all with this. What are y'all saying? See, Jon Gruden just got caught. The difference between you and I and Jon Gruden is real simple. He just got caught. Some of us are saying the same things that Jon Gruden said. Some of us have the same exact words, a little different, a little bit more intensity in it, a little bit more damaging, but it's all on the same premise. A lot of us have said the same things. A lot of us have the same rhythm. Same rhythm that Gruden had. What is the rhythm? I smile in your face. I shake your hand. I look at your family and say you got a beautiful family. I say you had a great game. You score a touchdown, I'll pat you on your helmet. I'll get in front of the press and say you're a great player. On your jobs, they'll say you do a great job at work. You'll have lunch with them, and you'll talk about things. It's the same thing, but just as soon as you turn your back, You'll go from being a great player to a great. Oh Lord, let me stop. Y'all fill in the blank there. You'll go from being a handsome guy to a guy that got big lips. Y'all know I ain't scared to say all this stuff, man. Y'all know me. I'm big time. I'm called to do this. I'm a preacher of God's word. I'm called to kind of put out the truth. No matter who it hurts, if it's the truth, it's the truth. We all got it. I guarantee you this, y'all. I'll leave with this. I'll leave you with this. There's a whole bunch of email erasing going on today in this country. How much you want to bet on that? It's a whole lot of erasing going on. It's a whole lot of erasing going on today. A whole lot of deleting. There's a whole lot of text messages being deleted today. A lot of phone calls to your phone carrier and say, hey, do not let nobody get a record. Don't let a record of my text messages. All that's going on today. All that's going on. Oh yeah. See, you can erase. And you can do it for only so long. But sooner or later, the closet races become open races. It just needs the right trigger point. That's all. You can only hide it. You can hide it. In Gruden's case, you can hide it for 10 years. But sooner or later, it's gonna reveal itself. It is. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. It's gonna show up because a situation is going to happen that is going to have to reveal who you really are. It's got to take place. You just, some for those that have hidden it, some folks have hidden it for decades. But the right trigger point, it is gonna happen. I leave. I know I keep saying I'm gonna leave with this. It's just. I graduated with a guy in high school. I graduated in 1991 from high school, and you wouldn't have known that he's racist. Saw him in college. You wouldn't have known that he's racist. He always hung around black people. You know what I'm saying? Not primarily. I'm just saying you just wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. Young guy. Had children. Had children. Children started getting grown. Had a young daughter. Beautiful young girl. Beautiful young girl. This happened maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. That young girl's heart kind of started falling for a black man. Caucasian girl. Brought the young black boy, introduced him to his dad. Dad had a connection. Same guy graduated high school with 20 years later. Never showed no signs of it. Then all of a sudden, because your daughter liked the black man or have feelings for a black man, now all of a sudden, the real you come out. That's how it works, y'all. All it takes is the right situation, and then you can't hide it no more. It reveals and unlike other stuff, unlike other issues, once you cross the line of racism, you can't. It's hard to come back from that one. It's virtually almost impossible. unless God himself cleans your heart. I mean a real cleanse, because it's going to take that. It's hard. It's almost impossible to come back from. I'm not saying it's. I'm not saying it can't be done. There's history and people who have found that error of their ways, and they've turned over a completely whole new leaf. They have turned, no question. It's rare though. Once you cross this line of racist, and it's hard to recover. Jon Gruden will never coach in the NFL again. He will not get a college job. Some people are predicting that won't happen either. He will not get an analyst job again. Jon Gruden's career is done. Done. He's done. Because everybody knows you. I can't put you in front of black people no more. Nowhere in the world. I can't do it. All right. Hope I ran some of y'all away because the numbers went down. It's all right. I told you it was gonna get a little touchy in here. It is what it is, y'all. Jon Gruden is gonna get it. He said he can probably get a janitor job at Walmart. He could say Jon Gruden's gonna get the Pete Rose treatment, blackball. It depends on how you look at it. I wouldn't want him in front of my team because the NFL ain't changing. It'd be, black men are pretty much gonna be predominantly on the team. ESPN, when he did the first email, he was working for ESPN. ESPN gonna hire him back. That ain't gonna happen. As great a football knowledge as he has, it's not gonna happen. What he probably gonna end up doing is doing a podcast show, like I'm doing, and there gonna be some sponsors that get behind him and pay him, and he'll make some money that way. He probably will produce something like that, and he can, but that'll probably be it. He won't be on TV again. It won't happen. He's gonna pay the ultimate price for that. It's kind of like Kaepernick, who kneeled on the flag, and for the flag, kneel. He ain't gonna get a pay. It's over. We knew that was gonna happen. Like he could say Pete Rose, they'll let him back in once he die. Pete Rose getting to the Hall of Fame once he dead. They're not gonna let him have it while he living. Okay, see what I'm saying? Barry Bonds will go into the Hall of Fame once he die. They're not gonna let him have that satisfaction while he living. Roger Clemens will go into the Hall of Fame when he die. It's not gonna happen while he living. It's not gonna happen. Jon Gruden will never be beat out there again. Never. He probably gonna have a podcast show. That's my bet. And people are going to listen. People are going to, listen. If you listen to Rush Limbaugh and all these other, people who are questionable, you'll listen to Jon Gruden. You will. He'll get it. He's gonna take some time away though. He'll come back about another year and a half. Where he ain't got to answer no media. He just get on the microphone like you see me doing. You take control of the matter yourself. You ain't got to answer no questions. You ain't got to have no press conference. You just got this one mic like I got. And you handle your own business. You put out your narrative and say what it is you want to say. You get to apologize without asking questions. It's just like right now, I don't have the phone lines open. There may be some of you don't agree with what I'm saying, but I'm not taking phone calls. I'm just putting it out there. All I'm doing is reading your comments. Watch this. I read your comments if I want to. You see what I'm saying? So I really don't have to answer the comments. You see? I don't know, E-Kush. Rush Limbaugh stayed on there for a long time before he passed away. And we all know Rush Limbaugh, what his rhetoric was. He was the highest rated podcast in the country for years. So he said, you know, Rush Limbaugh say things way worse than what Jon Gruden said. So you have this group of people that will support you in what you say. You have this people that will support you in your rhetoric. So I don't know if I agree with that or not. They will do it. We just had the instances of like Coach Breedlove said about President Biden. We all know some of the things he said over the years. What happened? He's president of the United States now. My God, we know what Donald Trump said. What happened? He was the president of the United States. Why? Because millions voted for him. So you have some people that will support you in spite of. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, he has the money. You might be right, because he has the money. Jon Gruden has it. He's right. He may not do it. Yeah. But see, Kush, that crowd won't subscribe to his podcast. What I'm saying, for every 10 that won't subscribe to it, there's another 10 that will. That's all I'm saying. You have that group, the other closet racists. See, and here's the funny thing, just to get real crazy with you. Because he called him a queer, but as a preacher, like I am, there is no biblical support for the gay lifestyle. So, as a preacher, if my topic or subject or somebody asks me a question about the gay lifestyle, and if I'm supposed to report what God says, which is in his word, then is somebody going to tag me? This is why churches are being sued, because in some states have allowed homosexual marriages to take place. That's on the books. But it's the church's right to say we do not, if it's in their bylaws, it's the church's right to say we do not support gay marriages. Okay, well, then how much am I different than Jon Gruden? Jon Gruden just called him a queer. I didn't call him a queer. But I'm saying I would not marry. I've married many a couples. I would not marry a man and a man, and I would not marry a woman and another woman. I won't do it. Yes, sir. Okay. What's the difference? We had to tackle that later. Listen, I'm done. I'll holler at you. I'll see you guys on Saturday at 3 o'clock. My son got a football game. He looking for the pictures. I'm out of here. All right? I appreciate y'all hanging with me. It's good to have a conversation. Until then, this is the one and only Podbean. This is the Big Time Show. Y'all still here? Man, I done played the song. Y'all still here? What do y'all want? I'm done. I know y'all want to talk. Let me see what y'all talking about. I can stay a little bit. Okay, it's the same stuff. Y'all still here? Listen. Racism is a real touchy subject. And it's just it's a dividing line. It really is. It's really a dividing line that nobody's figured it out. It really is a situation where only God Himself can eradicate it. I mean, it's too much. I mean, it is so deep in DNA of our country, and I'm quite sure it's everywhere. But it is so far in the DNA of this country that it's generational. It's you know, it is what it is. Personally, I just don't think it's not going nowhere. And I know God can do any and everything, but I don't see how. I don't see nothing. It's always going to be something. It's just that, you know, personally, I'm glad that things are being revealed, because people like that don't need to be in powerful positions. I'm sorry. Gruden, guys like him that have that type of attitude and have that type of prestige and then has that type of power because he in the position, they don't need to be leading men. They just don't. They don't. They don't. They need to get out of those positions. And if they still have those feelings, guess what? Then you take your feelings on and just get out of the position. You know the old saying is a leopard don't change the spots. For some, that is the case. He might just be that case. And go on live your life. God has blessed him with knowledge about how to play football, and knowledge on how to make people better. We all know that he make quarterbacks better and all that kind of stuff. That's fine. You know, God bless him. Just get him away from leading men, black men at that. So some of these brothers, I'm just gonna tell you, some of these brothers ain't going. Some of these guys gonna push you upside your head. I'm just telling you. Everybody ain't going. Everybody's not going. They're not. You got some guys that will literally take you, you know, give you something you ain't looking for racist type remarks. Gruden didn't want to take, you know, look, some of them guys on that team I know about. And he was going to have to answer to some of them guys. They wasn't going to play for him. Just telling you. So, it is what it is, y'all. All right. I'll holler at y'all. We'll see you on Saturday at 3 o'clock, all right?